Hey guys, what's up? Lord Meecher again here, your Lord of Video Games, and welcome to another episode of Persona 5 Strikers. In the last episode, we made our way up to where the desires are, but we still have to check for the trauma room. We still have to go into the trauma cell. My apologies. So, without any further ado, that is what we're going to do. That rhymed. Oh, this is gonna be another rough one. All right, let's go. First off, I think I have quite a bit of Persona things, so let's go to the Velvet Room. Persona things, a bit of Personas.
Hello, Trickster. You wish to strengthen it?
Yes, I wish to strengthen our sin.
How much power will you add?
I guess
This
just
is
one.
What you've the power of your mask has strengthened this persona.
Alright, that's a lot.
Performing a fusion?
Neko Shogun, interesting.
It seems that it can gain new power. Choose which skill to inherit.
Alright, let's go with... Ooh. We're gonna go with that. Please do.
Is this the persona you'd like?
Yes, let's go.
Now, let us begin.
I wonder what this new guard is gonna have. Katanas? Let's see. Katanas? Or... Ooh, what if it's a big blade?
It seems that it can gain new power.
Let's do this one as well.
Choose which...
Oh my god. All these.
Is this the persona?
No.
Is
Right?
this the...
And now. Okay. More of these we do, more points we get. So I don't mind having more masks, because we do get more personas, more persona points, and we can level our sen up more. Our sen up is trailing behind. We're trying our best. All these are unregistered, but unicorn. It's all unicorn, but it's level 38. Yes, I'm about to head back.
Luck be on your side.
All right. We already have all the requests done. So, let's go to the destination. Oh, first let's shop.
This should be helpful.
Gotta always buy items.
Now's your chance to shop. How many would you like? You want thanks for your patronage? How many would you like? You want thank you very much? How many would
Rice
you like?
as
You want
well.
thank you very much?
Ooh.
You want thank you very much?
Medicine.
How many would you like? You want thanks for your
Yes.
patronage? How many would you
Ooh,
like?
salmon.
You want thank you very much?
Gyuton.
Thank you very much. How many would you like? You
Pork.
want thank you very much? How many would you like? You want you're buying quite a bit.
Miso. Yes. Lamb
You want
meat.
thanks for your patronage?
Cabbage.
You want thank you very
I am
much?
buying
How many you want
everything.
You're buying. How many you put it to good use, okay? How many would you like?
Oh
You
my
want thank
god,
you
we
very
got
much?
everything.
How many would you like? You want thanks for your patronage?
Do I have none of these?
How many would you like? You want thank you very much? You want thank you very much?
Guess I didn't have any of those.
Who's it for?
Accessories.
Which one?
I try new. Gun band, okay.
Having trouble deciding?
Alright, so
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your
yes.
patronage.
No, I didn't want to equip it to meat shooter. Fudge.
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? Thank
Yes,
you very
I'll
much.
equip that. Kodo. Let's go with some nuke.
You want this one? Do you want to equip that? You're buying quite a bit.
Haru with the gun.
You want this? Do you want to equip that? You're buying quite a bit.
Taba. It was always luck with her. I'm not sure if hers the same here.
You want this? Do you want to equip that? Thanks for your patronage.
I'll have this one until it's heal.
Who is it for?
Alright. Let's go to the destination.
This is where the accident happened, isn't it?
Yep.
If we put in the keyword here, we should be able to access the trauma cell.
Oh, this is gonna be a rough one.
There may be enemies ahead. You sure you guys are ready?
Let's confirm the truth.
That's right. I want to see what happened to Mari-san with my own 2 eyes. The keyword is Snow City.
Keyword successfully entered. Beginning navigation.
Here we go. Oh, I feel this is gonna be hard for me. It involves a child death. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, oh man.
What is this?
It looks like this is the Snow Festival.
Oh.
Check out those 2 suits over there.
I didn't know you were accepting rebates. I see a career man in the making.
What?
Sir, would you please be discreet about this?
I could do that, but in return, you need to do me a favor. I want her to take full responsibility for the incident. That way, she'll resign.
Wow.
Once that happens, I'll be the new mayor in town, and you'll be my well-paid associate.
What?
You will cooperate, won't you?
Yes. Yes, of course.
What did you just say?
Ah! The mayor!
Oh, it seems I've been found out.
Wow.
It's not what it looks like, Mayor. This is really...
Mayor? Does he mean Mayor Hyodo?
Yeah.
Then, Mari-san saw this happen?
I had no idea you were behind this, that anyone was behind this.
Huh. You really don't get it, do you? Well, this festival is held by the city, meaning it comes out of the taxpayer's pocket. I figured, why not lower costs and hire cheaper construction? What's wrong with getting compensated for it? The rest of our staff makes these deals all the time. So, what's the harm in one little mishap? That sculpture collapse was just bad luck.
But a child died, you scumbag.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. I'm calling the police.
What? Go ahead and do it. But I'm bringing you down with me.
What?
I'm gonna testify that I did it under your orders. Then you'll be ruined.
That's fucked up.
Well, after all, you're the one in charge here. See, I even have the papers you signed. Right here.
Such an unfortunate turn of events. Sorry to say, but you're finished, Mayor.
You're a councilman, aren't you? Don't you want to do the right thing?
As far as I'm concerned, that's whatever's right for me.
Well, are you finally ready to listen?
That's so scummy.
Answer me, Mayor.
Be ready.
Shields?
How can you blame a peon like me? We don't get paid enough for this. This world revolves around money. Money talks, bullshit walks, Mayor.
Bastard! Threatened the mayor? Is that it?
Yeah.
I had no idea Mari-san went through something like this. Something so awful.
Think later, act now. We've got a real fight in our hands here.
Come on. Let's go. Oh. Well,
Switch out.
oh, of course. It escapes. Where?
Incoming attack! Brace yourself!
Oh, there it is.
I'm not done. The alarm came in swinging for extra carnage! That went really well!
You're guilty too. Right, Mayor. See time.
There we go. Come on.
We're here to set Mari-san right. Listening to thugs like you is a waste of our precious time. Are you? Everyone do your best. More skill was right on target.
Huh? How did it?
Give up the fight, Mars.
There we go.
Swinging for extra carnage. Where would that come from? Did I get that one? Okay. I can do it. Powerful, but it's weak to bless attack. Give up divine punishment.
There we go.
Follow-up, Sophie.
That's right. What a greedy woman you are.
Watch out, everyone.
Oh, come on. All these snipers are hitting me. There we go. All out attack. There we go.
No matter what you do, you should have just resigned and disappeared. Go down already, damn it!
No one likes a pushy politician. I'm not done. War came in swinging for extra carnage. No, that went really well. Take another. No, we're out of the way. Thank you.
Splendid.
Great job, War.
Come on.
Thanks, Lenore.
At least this one's not that bad. Oh, there it goes. There it is. Oh. Ay. Help me. 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 I need healing. Oh my god. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Alright. You're doing really good. Doing good time, too. Oh, showtime. That doesn't give you an excuse. Oh. There we go. Get out of here. Oh my god. That wasn't that bad, but it was annoying. Moragion. Let's go with this. Mediarama. Restore medium amount of HP to all allies. Okay, there we go. Oh. Sophie's gonna be our healer.
That's all of them. We can get into the throne room now.
Who were those guys? They were arguing with the mayor just now.
One was a city employee. The other must have been a councilman. Someone higher up on the ladder.
Yeah.
Anyway, it seems this employee accepted an illegal donation from the contractor who ended up building the sculpture.
Payment for landing them the job. In other words, bribery.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know if the sculpture collapsed due to a structural issue or a general lack of care. But the result is still the same.
Either way, the councilman was in the know. Not only that, he tried using a fatal accident to take Mayor Hyodo's position. Something along those lines. Unforgivable.
I agree.
Everything makes sense now. Hyodo overheard this conversation by chance and found out the truth about the accident. Not only was it someone from the city, but
Even her own staff had blackmailed her.
Mm-hmm.
It's messed up. These greedy assholes only wanted money and power.
That's why she's overworking them, but good employees are suffering too.
Now I have a better understanding of what Hyodo must be thinking. When she found out those around her were immoral, she became determined to purge the corruption above all else.
That's why she's overworking her staff and trying to push her ethics bill through.
And on top of it, she's trying to manipulate the people into re-electing her.
Mari-san.
Well, no matter what the reason, the birdcage is finally open.
Right.
Let's head back to the hideout and discuss the specifics of the calling card.
Oh, this is a hard one. This is a hard one for me.
So, what do we do for the calling card?
That's a good question.
Maybe we shouldn't go overboard with it. I don't really see her as a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the real bad guy here is the one who took the bribe.
No, the guy who offered the bribe in the first place is the true villain.
Mm-hmm.
Was it not the shoddy contractors who built the sculpture? And they deserve the most punishment.
This is so conflicting.
You guys sound pretty heated. Who's to say one man's more evil than the next?
What are you doing out there, Gramps?
So you were here all along.
Long time no see.
Yep. Sure has been a while. You guys forgot about me, didn't you?
No.
Why would you not get in contact with me?
Well, now that you mention it... Gramps, you completely slipped our minds.
All right then. Maybe I'll forget to keep you from getting arrested.
That's mean.
Okay, we're sorry.
Forget it. So what's our situation?
Blah, 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 blah.
Now
So, yeah.
I get the picture. So that's how Mariko Hyodo became a monarch.
Mm-hmm.
That would explain your debate as to who was the worst of them all.
What's your take on it, Gramps?
My take is you kids are naive.
Hmm?
Well, what do you mean?
It's clear that Mariko Hyodo was cornered by a pair of rotten scumbags. Tragic, I agree. But what is she doing in response? Isn't it just as wrong to change people's hearts and manipulate them?
Does she know? Does she know that though?
That may be true, but...
Oh, I guess, yeah.
Furthermore, that accident was her responsibility, being that she's the top of command. Regardless of who did what, a real leader takes the fall.
Alrighty.
But even so...
It may be a bitter pill to swallow, especially for a group of justice-loving kids operating outside the law, but the real world isn't so cut and dry. And the longer you keep up this hero charade, the harder it'll bite you in the ass down the line.
Senkichi, that's terrible! Take it back!
Is that really what you think? Zenkichi?
Sorry. Might have overstepped my boundaries.
No, I can understand your line of reasoning. You're saying that the world isn't neatly divided into good and evil. But that won't stop us from fighting.
Yeah.
If we give up now, then the people who are counting on us won't have any hope left.
We help people in a way no one else can. That's why the Phantom Thieves exist.
I understand you all take this very seriously. Then tell me, either way the cards fall, you're not letting Hyodo get away with what she's doing, are you?
No.
Correct. We're going to stop her.
Haru.
It's so hard for poor Haru.
What Mari-san is doing is forcing her warped intentions onto other people. And we can't let that happen, no matter what the reason.
Right. We're the Phantom Thieves, and we fight for what we believe in. Yes, we're gonna stop Hyodo. But we'll do it in a way that's true to us.
Let's take all the desires.
I have no objections. It's decided then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So how will we send the calling card?
Maybe we could send it over with some curry to the mayor's office?
Ah, haha, funny.
What are are we, a catering service? If anything, it should be ramen.
Oh my god, Ryuji.
Might be better to avoid closed spaces, actually. After all, she'll probably be outside prepping for the election most of the time. There's no point sending a calling card if the target doesn't see it. I wonder if we can send it somewhere on her campaign route.
Like somewhere she's bound to pass by.
Yeah.
And how about where the Suzushino posters are? I'm sure she'll have a speech over there.
You're thinking, Haru.
Yeah, and if we time it with her speech, it'll be perfect.
The question is, who's going to place it there?
Kenichi.
No. Not again. Seriously?
Thanks in advance, Gramps.
Now hold on just a minute. Didn't I already pull this stunt for you in Sendai?
Yeah, but you're a big help.
Consider it a favor, then.
Yeah, for being such a meanie earlier. Shouldn't you own up to it?
Yeah.
There's no need to worry. We'll make the calling card for you.
We'll be counting on you, Gramps.
Your only hope.
You little weasels. All right, fine. I'll post the damn calling card.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate it.
How'd I let them twist my arm like this? Whatever. If we're really doing this, it'll be early in the morning. Don't be late.
I won't. Boop.
Hey.
1 point. Yuna's speech is tomorrow morning. That's when we'll make her aware of the calling card. We only have one shot at this. Let's make sure we're prepared before we send Senkichi out. Right. What's new in the shop?
Welcome.
Buy items? Yeah, nothing. Well, let's see if outside we have something. Ooh. It's all dark. It's nighttime. Let's see what these stand. Well, we're gonna look for everything and see.
Welcome. Is that all? Thanks a bundle. Oh, thanks a bundle. Is that
Wow,
all?
grilled
Okay,
corn.
Please come back.
I need to stop wasting so much money, but
Hey there.
I need it. I need it.
Free of time again.
There's so much healing items.
Hi, welcome.
I think with what we have is enough. Alright, let's start going to the shops over here and see if they have anything for us. That's Big Bang Burger.
I can take your order whenever. Come back soon.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright,
Can I help you find something?
Ooh.
That's what you like. Here you are. Take it.
What?
Is that what you want? Here
Give
you are.
revives an
Take it.
ally
Is
to
that
full
right?
HP? Ooh, that is insane. How did I not grab that before? That is actually very, very good. Alright, what's in the
Can I
pharmacy?
help you find something? But that's what you look. Thank you. But that's what you look. Thank you.
Grab this.
Come again.
Alright.
Can I help you find something? Come again.
Is there like, where do I get the produce?
Yes. You done?
That
Here
answers
you
my
go.
question.
At all? Want your receipt? You done? Want your receipt at all? Here you go. At all? Want your receipt at all? Here you go. You done? Want your receipt? Thanks.
So much salmon. Okay. That's all I needed, unless there's something else.
Hey.
Ooh.
That up? Sweet, thanks. That up? Thanks.
Was the person drunk there? Alright, let's go in here because everything is
Thank you for coming
open.
in. It's a popular product. Here you are. It's a popular. Thank you very much. Come back soon.
Alright. Let's go here.
Take again.
There's our ramen set.
Come again.
Keep buying the ramen set. And what's in here? Nothing.
Hey there.
what you'd like? Thank you. Is this what you'd like? Here you go. Made your choice.
Oh, all
Here
allies.
you go. Thanks
Yes.
so much. Yeah, that's right.
All right, that's all. All right, let's head back to the park. And let's send the calling card.
Let's get to work.
Oh, this is gonna hurt me more than anything. Let's send the calling card. I'm ready anytime. Haru, I take it we can leave this card's contents to you.
Yes.
I want to show Mari-san how I feel personally. You ought to rest. I'll get to writing. Tomorrow's a big day. Let's give it our all, guys.
Yeah. Oh, Haru, late in the night.
Good evening, Michiru-kun.
Hey, what's up, Haru?
I'm sorry for the short notice, but could we meet up? I'd like to talk to you. If you have time, it would make me quite happy. I'll be waiting in front of the fountain.
Yeah. Where is she? Oh, there she is. She's all the way over here. Hey, Haru. This is hard for her. I can't blame her.
I'm sorry to call you out so late.
It's fine. I was worried about you.
Thanks for being here. I wanted to talk to you about Mari-san. It's strange how I couldn't remember Mari-san until now. Even when Hasegawa-san said her name, it didn't quite occur to me who she was.
What happened then?
But the moment she called me Haru-chan, suddenly, it felt like a lid popped open in my mind, and my memories came pouring out.
Haru.
I remembered all these things about my childhood, about Mari-san. How could I forget someone I loved so much?
Haru. It happens to the best of us, though.
I think what happened with my father affected me more than I realized. All the times we spent together, and the moment he passed away, I must have suppressed those memories deep within my heart.
Oh my god.
At some point, I got used to hiding things away, and I even forgot a good friend like Mari-san.
That must have been hard, Haru.
Thanks for understanding. To be honest, I feel like I was running from the past again. A long time ago, I remember tagging along with Mari-san and my father during a golfing trip. I was so happy running around that I ended up tripping and falling. And of course I started crying. Then all of a sudden, Mari-san came up to me and said, "Stop crying and get back up." And that shocked me at first because I always thought of her as an extremely gentle person. But because I knew she was so kind, I managed to stop crying and eventually got back up. I remember thinking Mari-san would never say anything out of place. I trusted her completely. At that point, Mari-san hugged me and said, "No matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and start again. Never forget that." Can you believe it?
Yeah.
I didn't quite understand back then, but I think I do now. There's more to good character than kindness. Being good means dealing with the bad in front of you. It means to take a stand, even when all you want to do is run away. To realize nothing will change if you keep ignoring reality.
You're strong, Haru.
I have you and the Phantom Thieves to thank for that. It's too late to save my father. But it's not too late for Mari-san. This time, I can change things around. I want to tell her exactly what she told me all those years ago.
You got this. Don't let's change your heart.
Yes. Thanks for hearing me out.
Of course, not a problem.
Tomorrow, I'm going to do my absolute best. But for now, good night.
Good night, Haru. It's late. I should rest up for now.
Hey,
What's up, Sophia?
Why is Haru so upset over Mariko Hyodo? I don't have a heart, so it's hard to understand. Why do people try so hard for others? I wonder if I'll ever know.
Don't give up just yet, Sophia.
Even virtual assistants feel down when they don't understand something.
It's fine.
It may seem like a simple concept to you, but to me, it makes my mind go. But I am humanity's companion. I am here to learn and grow.
You got this. I believe in you. You will.
Good day, everyone. Are we ready to make Sapporo a paradise's purest snow? Then remember, on election day, please vote Mariko Hyodo!
What is that? A calling card?
Ooh.
It's real.
What's going on? Mariko Hyodo, the false empress with a frozen heart. You are a cold manipulator who treats people as tools to be discarded. We find this unforgivable and will end your reign of abuse. In fact, we will take back the desires you stole this very night. This is...
Oh, we get to see her. We haven't seen her
And they say they're going to steal my desires? What a bald-faced lie! Those desires are mine and mine alone!
What?
I'm the Monarch. I won't let anyone stop me!
Very well. I was just beginning to work up an appetite.
I wonder what you'll taste like. Perhaps I should gobble you up and find out!
Okay.
Why are you just standing there? Take these wretched things down!
Wait for us, Mari-san. It'll all be over soon.
Let's begin the operation, guys. Oh, this is gonna hurt me more than anything. All right. Let's see. I have Haru, Sophia, and On. I think that's a good party for this one. Okay. Oh, this is hard. So hard for me. Let's go to the checkpoint.
Let's go. We need to change Mari-san's heart.
Let's roll.
Now then, let's get started.
There we go. Like always. Up to the top.
Oh, this is...
Look, Joker. I think you can climb those chains.
Let's go.
Switch out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with Haru. Haru's the lead. Has to be. Let's go, Mari. We're coming for you.
Sorry about the wait. We're here to kick ass and...
Silence!
Who the hell is she?
She does not look like Mari-san.
That couldn't be... Mari-san?
What on earth happened to her? I'm guessing this is Hyodo's distorted form.
Jesus.
What do you people want? You had best... best not get in my way. Oh, I'm almost
votes you gathered by twisting the people's hearts are worthless.
If you don't stop your tyranny, your staff will collapse one by one. I get why it's hard for you to trust people, but you still have to treat them with decency.
Ah! You shut your impudent mouth! I've done nothing wrong!
You have done everything wrong.
Every last ounce of corruption from my staff by working them into the ground!
It's not the way.
I'll silence all charlatans who betray me! And I will consume every last vote in the city! Whether these people agree with me or not! Only then can I build a safe haven of radiant snow city that sparkles like winter.
Are you happy living a lie?
Listen to him. When you take away someone's desire, you rob them of their agency, the ability to make their own decisions. So what good does it do to turn your loyal citizens into mindless drones? Isn't it better to let them arrive at their own conclusions? To follow their own hearts?
How dare you lecture me?
Good job, Muir. Tell her. Mari-san, say goodbye to the countless desires you stole. Because Beauty Thief and the Phantom Thieves are about to take them back.
Let's go.
Honestly, they're all in my way. Ah! This is the last straw. Ah!
Uh-oh.
You've made me so very hungry. It's dinner time, and the main course.
Oh my gosh, he's a frog. Is that a frog?
Mari-san, what you're doing is wrong. So we'll be taking those desires back.
Right.
Shut your prissy little mouth! What would you know? I will consume all who oppose me, no matter who they are!
Try me. We're doing this for your own good, Mari-san. Did she just say she'll butter me up?
Now's not the time to stuff your face. Here she comes.
I've done nothing to deserve such agony!
The enemy is right at me. Looks like the big desire attack.
There we go. Oh. Oh. I'm trying to. Oh. Gotta leave. Why is she red? Ooh, her and Joker. Okay, let me... Oh my god. Here we go.
She's fully consumed with rage. Everyone, keep your guard up. Your mind is totally unstable. Do not massive damage. That's like the Beaver's attack.
Knock him out, Noir.
Oh.
Recovery, quick. Thank you.
Thank you. There we go. Almost have a showtime. Showtime.
Would you care to join us?
Next is Joker. I should have started with Joker and then ended with Haru. Alright, Joker. No, oh my god, that's so far away. Trying.
More! There's still more! I must eat every last one of you!
This is a weird angle. I don't even know what's going on. What happened? Can I? Oh my god, she's huge! Is she a Joker? Dump that chandelier on her. Make her spit out from the impact. But it's so far away. Alright, let's see. She has to come up here. Come on. Come here. Where is the... Where's the gear? Oh, there it is. Alright, I need to bring Sophie back. Oh, be careful. She needs to come here. That didn't hit her, really? Oh my god. Oh my god. Sophie! Alright. There we go. Oh my god. Come on, we're doing good. All out of talk, Haru. Take your heart. Oh, I need to get that. I'm trying. Alright. Oh, it's gonna fall. She's gonna fall. Be careful. No! Oh, she ate Haru. Well, I guess I'm just spamming now. Oh. Oh my god, that was photo finish.
What kind of monster?
Mari-san. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so close to the level up.
Not yet. I won't let it end this way. I need to wipe out all of Sapporo's injustice.
Please stop. Haven't you done enough?
What?
You're a kind person, Mari-san, and I know you've tried to shoulder all of this alone. The staff member who took bribes, the councilman who tried to set you up, even the girl who died in the accident. Each of these things grieved you, and in order to make a city where none of it could reoccur, you took action as you saw fit.
That's not right.
Am I right?
As the mayor, I know very well that little girl's death was ultimately my fault. But my staff betrayed me, all for their insatiable greed. I thought I could leave that awful position behind. Unfortunately, it wasn't as simple as that. Had I gone, I'd only be replaced by greedy scum. That's why I never stepped down. In this world, it's either eat or be eaten. And with circumstances so cruel, I decided I'd be the one doing the eating. Even if every last one of my votes were false, at least I could use them to make the world a better place.
Just like Maruki-sensei, but...
But if I was replaced as mayor, who would be there to honor that little girl's memory? An innocent girl lost her life, yet I could do nothing to stop the evil still afoot.
It's not too late to set this right. First, you must tell the people everything that happened. Then can you get a fresh start? But this time, on your own strength.
You got this, Mari-san.
That would be impossible. I cooperated with those awful men to hide the truth. That way I could continue being mayor. There's nothing I can do.
Stand up, Mariko Hyodo!
Whoa.
Are you just going to stay knocked down? You are a kind and strong woman, not someone who collapses over mistakes. So stand up and hold your head up high, because no matter how many times you fall, you can always get back up and start again.
Using the same words.
Isn't that?
Yes, you said that to me a long time ago. Even if you told the people the truth about the incident, there are those who would still see the good in you. Don't let your position ruin you. Think back to what you stood for.
She's right, Mayor. You can't give up.
If you tell everyone your side of things, they'll listen.
They will.
When my father died, I felt like my heart was going to break. But thanks to the Phantom Thieves, I was able to stand strong and move forward. That's why I know you can too. Remember the part of you that taught me to get back up, no matter how many times I fall.
Yes, you're right. Thank you, Haruka. What I've done was wrong. I drove my employees to the brink and used a strange power to manipulate the votes. I was so driven by my personal agenda, I lost sight of how I originally felt.
Yeah.
And why I ran for mayor in the first place. To make a city beloved by everyone. To give back to the home where I was raised. That's reason enough to take another step. I won't make this mistake again.
I know you won't, Mari-san.
I never needed this power from the start.
You didn't.
Haruka, you've grown so much.
I swear, I'm gonna find the people making all these nice people their test subjects. All these traumatized people their test subjects. I'm gonna find them and I'm gonna make them pay.
Your father must be so happy in heaven.
Mari-san. Happy?
Nope. Time to dip.
This place is collapsing! Let's go!
That took us quite a while.
Cage of Gluttony torched.
Haru, you were fantastic.
A job well done.
It was only because you were all with me. But I do wonder if Mari-san will be okay.
She will be.
I'd say so. Her shadow disappeared like they always do.
Yeah, your feelings definitely reached her. I'm sure her heart has changed for the better. Well, I guess this wraps up the mission.
Mm-hmm.
We still need to confirm that the citizens are all back to normal. It'd be nice if we could do that right away.
Let's check.
Let's grab something to eat first. Hungry enough to pass out here.
He has a point. Battles can't be fought on an empty stomach.
They're right. Let's
the
go.
battle's already over, but still.
Hey, can we try Genghis Khan? That delicious lamb barbecue dish?
Sure.
Ooh, that's a must in Hokkaido.
What? I thought we were finally getting lobster hot pot.
For you, Skate.
Since when did we decide that? Why would we when it's so damn hot out?
Mm.
But if you think about it, isn't Genghis Khan also sort of like hot pot?
No way! Isn't it supposed to be barbecue?
Well, cooking Genghis Khan does require a utensil called a Genghis Khan pot. And you can't barbecue in a pot.
That really is hot pot.
Ha! I figured as much. Then to lobster hot pot we go.
What?
Why? What even is this conversation?
Hey, was that a smile just now?
Hey. I like seeing you happy, Haru.
Yeah, straight from Sapporo. It's Beauty Thief's award-winning smile.
I'm relieved too. I thought you might be weighed down by all that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. She was so weighed down that she met up with our leader for a private midnight chat.
Huh? Were you watching?
Feel strong bond with my friends. Hey, ammo hoarder increases. Okay.
All right, Sophia. Find us the best Genghis Khan in Sapporo.
Sophia.
Sophia?
Sorry. Okay, I've got it.
You okay? New stuff of Mayor breezing her staff? The mayor approval rating kinda odd. What was supporting Hyoto again?
Well, everyone seems pretty normal to me.
Their fanatical support for Mariko Hyoto appears to have died down.
I'm glad they're back to their senses. What a drastic change.
Mm-hmm.
Just goes to show how powerful a monarch's influence can be.
There's
hey,
on.
guess what? Hyoto-san's holding a press conference right now.
Alright, let's go.
Thank you all for taking your time to gather here today. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to share with everyone. As of today, I will be resigning from office. I do not intend to seek re-election either. During my time as mayor, I've betrayed all of your trust. You may think of me as a mayor who's earned your trust, but in truth, there's plenty that I'm ashamed of. The snow sculpture that collapsed was built by an unscrupulous company that bribed one of my staff. In spite of my responsibility, I neglected to see the finer details and went ahead with the construction. As a result, the sculpture ended up collapsing, and a girl's precious life was lost. Furthermore, I elected to cover up the truth, all so I could save my position. I've been garnering votes I didn't deserve in order to stay on as mayor. I betrayed everyone to protect myself and covered it up by allowing more wrongdoing. I am among the guilty. That little girl, she died because of me.
Mari.
As such, I will have the police reinvestigate the case and offer my full assistance. And again, I will drop out of the election and forfeit my position as mayor.
Mari-san.
Seems that Hiyoro-san's made up her mind.
Yeah.
I wonder if she'll be arrested.
Good question.
Oh, Hiyoro was afraid that if she wasn't the mayor, she couldn't protect her people.
Yeah.
She could have told the truth and made her underling take the blame. But she was concerned about other evils potentially lurking in the shadows.
I think this turned out for the best.
Yeah.
Mari-san wouldn't have wanted to hide her mistake forever.
Senkichi is on the line.
Oh. Yo.
Hey, you guys see Hyoto's press conference?
Of course. We did?
Yep. You all did a bang-up job. Really, can't thank you enough. They plan on bringing Kyoto in as a key witness regarding the accident. I knew you'd want to analyze her phone, too, so I pulled a few strings. And now I'm her personal chauffeur. At least as far as the station.
Oh, okay.
If you want, I can open up some time for you to talk to her. Just tell me where you want to meet.
Haru.
I'm sorry. How could you ever forgive me, Kaho-chan?
Mari-san.
Haru-chan. Listen, there was something wrong with me. It's like I was in a terrible dream. I don't know when it was that my heart grew so cold. But after what you told me, I remembered who I really was inside. When I became mayor, I wanted to protect the city and everyone in it as if they were my own family. I remembered that feeling.
I'm sorry I'm not talking a lot, but this hits hard.
Thanks to you, I've finally been able to confront myself. And I realized that I was doing a horrible disservice to that girl. I had lost sight of reality and begun acting self-righteous. Nothing I did was for her sake.
But Mari-san, you were doing the best you could.
No, it's the truth. Had I not realized my mistake, I would have likely continued to hurt even more people. But that's not what Kaho-chan would want. So let me say thank you, Haru-chan. Thank you for saving this city, for saving my family.
Mari-san!
Haru.
Your father's recent passing must have caused you so much turmoil. I'm sorry I added to it. But if there's anything I can do for you in the future, any way I can be there, just ask me.
Mariko.
I say this because you're a precious part of my family too.
Thank you so much, Mari-san.
Oh, Haru-chan.
I'm happy for you, Haru.
Oh, I'm crying. I'm crying.
I suppose I must get going. Though I am concerned about the state of affairs I've left our city in. I'll leave it up to my successor. An arrogant wretch like me has no place being the mayor.
Does that mean you won't be involved in politics anymore?
Yes. I'm too ashamed to show my face in public. And at my age, there are plenty of younger folks who can...
Mayor.
Is that the mom?
You're...
I saw the news. So you're resigning. And you're leaving politics for good?
That's right. I've promised to step down and never...
You can't be serious!
No.
Resigning won't bring her back. In fact, it won't change a thing.
Kitajoh.
Nothing can change what happened to my daughter.
Hey, shouldn't we get in there?
No.
Hold that thought a moment.
So you can't. You can't just run away. You need to start over. Become our mayor again.
Huh?
What?
When I was weeping with rage and grief, you stood there and cried with me. Instead of running away, you were there when I needed someone the most. I know your character more than anyone.
Ma'am, thank you for sharing your heart with me.
Oh, I thought I could stop crying, but apparently not.
Then I promise to both you and your daughter, I will stand back up and become your mayor again.
Mari-san. I don't get it. I know this is a sad moment. Everyone is crying. But it also feels warm and kind. How would you describe this?
It's joy.
I see. So that's why Haru helped Hyodo to transform sadness into happiness. Recording valuable data. Sophia has learned happiness.
Aww.
That must have been the mom of the girl who passed away.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like she really understood Hyodo's intentions.
I'm so happy for you, Mari-san.
She reminded me of what Haru said in jail.
Stand up, Mariko Hyodo! Like that?
Yep.
Hey, that was a tender moment. There's no need to reenact it.
Yeah, but you played it so cool back there. It really touched my heart.
Well played, Beauty Thief.
Could you please forget it already?
I love this group. Bunch of goobers.
Well, we solved the problem in Sapporo. The question now is, what comes next? Doesn't seem like Senkichi will be making much progress until... It doesn't seem like we'll be making much progress until Senkichi gets back. Should we do some sightseeing while we wait? No, it's kind of late, I guess. At this hour, I would recommend the Ferris wheel over in Tsuchishita.
Nice.
Oh, that's a good idea. You should go invite someone to come along.
I will in the next episode. Oh, God. Why must I cry? Oh, oh my God. Oh, this broke my heart and it ended making me so happy. Oh, we really need to find this scumbag who's doing all this. Oh, this scumbag who's just like making all these good people like giving all this power to like so they can like do what they want, but like they're betraying who they want it to be because they got that power. So the scumbag is basically just ruining it for everyone. I promise you guys we'll find it. So, him or her, seeing who it is. So, if you guys are enjoying these videos, please leave a like, comment, and share. That always helps out against that pesky YouTube algorithm. Subscribe to join the Moonlight Army today. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. If you guys want to stalk me on my social medias, the links will be in the description box below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. So, take care guys. Bye-bye.